1. Hey everyone, this is Carol Ann, and I'd like to welcome you all to our Hump Day podcast. And basically tonight we're going to be talking sci-fi and snacks and whatever the heck we feel like.
Yes.
So joining me is Michael.
Hey everyone, how we doing today, guys and girls?
And Matt.
What's up, everybody? Nice to see you today.
And last but not least, Graham.
How we doing, guys? Already Thursday for me, but good to be here.
That's right, he lives in the future.
Oh yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he's our time traveler.
He needs to give us some lottery numbers, man.
Where's your TARDIS at?
Sit back.
So how's everyone doing? Everyone's doing okay?
Yeah, I'm great over here, guys. Getting ready to have
I'm
some
doing
chicken
good.
wings, yeah.
Chicken wings.
Yeah,
Yeah, I prefer chicken tenders.
chicken tenders too, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I love
Chicken
chicken.
wings. Bob Backlund, that stuff.
Oh,
That's-
God.
Chicken wings are healthy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a turkey last night. I made a turkey, why not?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I did last night? I made a whole Thanksgiving meal.
Oh,
Ooh.
you didn't
Stuff
sleep,
it.
I know that
Yeah.
much.
Stuffing, everything, yeah.
And why didn't you invite us?
Yeah.
You guys live forever away.
Mike, there's only one way you're going to make this up to, mate. I want a tin of cranberries in the bloody post. I'm sorry.
You will. You will. We will. We got to plan a trip for everybody to meet up, and we'll
Oh,
make a
man.
big Thanksgiving dinner. Carol will kill the turkey.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
And I'll get
probably
in the way and make a big mess.
She'll humanely kill the turkey.
yeah. I'll
Is there a
probably
way? I don't know. Is there a way?
I don't know. I'll probably
Humanely,
rescue the turkey.
We'll let it die of natural causes, and then we'll eat it.
Call it the gobbledygooker.
Oh God.
Oh, worst angle ever.
Thank you,
I don't mind
Hector.
the character, but it's a bad angle.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So here's a question for all you guys.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll start with you, Graham. What do you like better, plain or chunky?
I need to be careful how I answer this here. The top of chocolate here.
Plain or chunky what? You mean like peanut butter?
Yeah.
Peanut butter. Smooth, basically plain.
Okay. And Matt.
Smooth, chip, peanut butter. Yep.
Okay. Michael.
Yeah, I like it. I like it chunky. I do. I do.
Yeah. Okay. I like it chunky too. So it's 2-2.
Tie there, guys.
So
Just
I'm trying to think what else to ask you.
You don't have a list of questions?
Not
Yeah, come on.
really.
Did you
I just
guys-
kind. I just
off
said.
topic, but since this is sci-fi related, did you guys hear that homemade TARDIS is going into space?
yes, we did.
Oh, did they get the money up?
They got the money, man. Yep.
Oh.
Joe reported on it earlier.
I
One
never.
of the videos he threw up today.
I never heard of that. What's that all about?
There was this dude in Florida, apparently, that's a big Doctor Who fan, that decided he wanted to commemorate the 50th by funding a project to get a TARDIS into space with a camera in it, so we could get pictures from it in space.
Yeah, it turns out they started a Kickstarter page and they've made their money with like 12 days to go, so they're going to be well, over what they exceeded, so they're going to have more funding to do a bit of thinking.
Yeah, you needed $30,000 to do it.
3,000, you got it today.
And
And,
Graham,
I hope it's
no
not going to
offense
be
to
made
you-
out of
No
wood.
offense to you fellows across the pond, but for all the crap we Americans get for, watching Doctor Who, making it too Americanized, we're the ones going above and beyond the Call of Duty, putting the TARDIS into space.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's not going to be made out of wood, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's made of. I don't know.
It better not be made out of wood because it won't get into space very long.
no.
It'll be
We'll
sawdust.
just carry on. It would just survive the atmosphere if that was the case.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably some kind of metal, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's. We'll have to look more into it.
And NASA's okay with this. They're not against putting it up in the atmosphere where it can
No, it's
interfere
not.
with the satellites.
Well, to
Yeah.
be
Well-
fair,
It's not NASA doing it.
But
It's
all
like
the
a
other-
the whole
private.
NASA thing is
private
basically been downgraded now, isn't it? I mean, they're not exactly getting funding anymore.
Yeah.
So.
And with all the crap that's already up in our orbit right now, anyway, I don't think a little TARDIS would make much of a difference.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the Russians complain they want their ships back, but you know. No.
Yeah, they may think that it's a spy satellite, and
Now the question is, which Doctor is this TARDIS going to be based on?
I think it looked like a 10th Doctor's TARDIS, didn't it?
I don't think it matters. I mean, what's the difference?
Oh, I don't know.
A tinge of blue paint and a sign outside the door. Who gives a fuck?
yeah, as long as it's blue.
Yes, it's blue.
Yeah.
There's no point. Don't worry. We're not sending the Happiness Patrol into space. The Candyman.
And I guess it has to be the Doctor's TARDIS because it's not one of the plain TARDISes. You know, with
Yeah.
the working chameleon circuit. Now
Right,
if they could just get the Ronnie or Monk's TARDIS in there.
Yeah.
Just have a bunch of TARDISes going up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. If they can do it, why can't the other average Joe?
You know, what they should do to make it really classy is they can have one from the United States and one from the UK, you know, like from Cardiff, right? And it shoots off into orbit at the same exact time. That would be
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
Do we
That
even
was-
know what?
yeah,
do
that
we
would
even
be
know
all.
what the Master TARDIS looks like on the outside?
I can't say because I don't remember ever seeing
There's
the.
been many different things, Matt.
I've never seen the Master's TARDIS, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, I've seen it look like a column, but it doesn't seem like there's been one definitive form he has in it.
No, because his works.
Yeah. Yeah, his chameleon circuit worked. So it could be anything, yeah.
Well,
It could just be a piece of trash in outer space.
The
I
same
thought-
with
I
the
thought
Randys.
I thought the Ronnies did too. I thought she just shows that particular shape.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody's TARDIS works except for the Doctor's.
I
Yeah.
did hear a rumor. I don't know how true it is. Sometimes when I'm at work, and my
Browse.
boss isn't
Yeah.
around, I kind of Google Doctor Who, to see what's going on. And there was some blog saying that there's a rumor that the chameleon circuit is going to be fixed after the Christmas special, and starting the 8th season, right? 8th season, the TARDIS will be, no longer a blue box. So I don't know if that's true. I mean, nothing.
Well-
I mean, I saw that on just an individual blog, but
Here's
It's a risky move. Now, in the audios, the 6th Doctor did fix his chameleon circuit.
that was the
Briefly.
audios.
I thought it was.
No,
That
the
was
Sixth
Attack of
Doctor.
Cybermen.
The Sixth Doctor
Oh.
did fix the chameleon circuit, but it was only for like an episode,
Yeah.
And of course, wound up just not working again. It'd be cool if he fixed it for an episode or two, but for it to completely be something different all the time, it's such an iconic. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so iconic for it to look different.
Here's the
Well, I
problem
mean,
with that as well.
maybe if they do that, maybe they'll only use another form unless it's completely
No,
necessary.
Here's the problem. Why they'll never do that? It costs the BBC too much money to carry different props around with them all the time.
True.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
true.
Yeah, but the inside doesn't have to look different. Just the outside. Maybe it would be a rock.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be nothing. Or a
I
house.
realise that, mate, but 9 times out of 10 you're carrying about that one always
Trash
set
can.
you know.
The only thing,
Get out of the goddamn dresser, though.
the only,
He never showed that shit. The Sixth Doctor, because it was a what
Pipe
was
organ.
it? Yeah, an organ. How did he get out of it?
Yeah.
Like it just
Can't
showed
get
the
it.
walking from behind it. Like where was the door? That was weird, but yeah. I guess it could be anything. Yeah.
the only thing I would like to see again is, remember in what was it, the second episode of the 6th season? When the TARDIS was invisible. I would like to see that.
Episode 1.
Yeah. Was it episode 1?
Cooking device.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to see that more often. I mean, that was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
So it proves it has a cloaking device, definitely.
Yeah, so I think
Blink again. Yeah.
It's not used much, but yeah.
Although I kind of like how they did it in the Snowman, where there was a perception filter on it.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of don't know where the whole staircase to the cloud came from.
But the perception filter's always on it. Usually people can't notice it completely. You're a normal person.
or what is it? He ignores
Yeah, kind of like
they
yeah,
see it, but they ignore it.
only certain people can really see it. Yeah, it's like you can walk. You know what I? Yeah, it's just like there but not there. You know, one of those things.
Right.
Where it's in the corner of your eye, but you're not really paying attention to it.
Yeah. You're kind of. It's like you're totally like, yeah, whatever. You're brushing it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, here's a topic that I came up with earlier today when I was thinking about podcasts. And you guys can weigh in however you want it. I'll start with you, Matt. I personally believe Donna Noble. Now, I'm only talking about the current series. I'm not talking about anything before Christopher Eccleston. So, in my opinion, Donna Noble was the best companion. How do you weigh in on that?
Well, it's funny because right before you guys called, I was just getting back on my Ninth Doctor project, catching up. And I do have to say I'm already feeling connected to Rose. I do have to say she's not bossy like Amy was. She's very sweet and down to earth, but not as sarcastic as Clary is sometimes. So, I don't know, I have a soft spot for Rose thus far, but maybe when I actually get to Dawn, it'll change. So.
Yeah, see, Matt just really started watching the series.
Oh, okay.
See, he's more familiar with Matt Smith's Doctor, so I don't even think he's seen any Donna yet, right, bro?
I've seen some of her, like, clips, but not a full episode. So.
Oh, okay. But that's fair enough. Okay, Mike, how do you feel?
Oh yeah, out of the 2005 and up series, I'd pick Donna too. You know that because she was funny, and there was definitely no love interest ever going to happen, ever, and it was made clear by
Unless you
her.
count the Metacrisis Doctor.
No, I mean, well, again, that wasn't with Donna. Donna never had any love interest with the Doctor. That was with Rose.
Oh yeah.
I mean, once you catch up, bro, you'll see, because you're watching clips, might be messing with your head a little.
No, but I keep forgetting because I knew it was with Rose. I just thought it was with Donna for a second.
But out of all the current companions thus far, Donna was the one that was you never had it in your head that they were ever going to hook up physically. You never thought they were going to kiss. Although they kind of did, but that was to save the Doctor's life because he was poisoned. So he needed a surprise. And that's one of the funniest scenes, I think. That whole scene when he was poisoned was in the Unicorn and the Wasp.
Yeah.
That was filmed.
That was one of the funniest episodes.
Yeah.
Is that what Tennant?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what David.
Is that the one where he goes, "Are you gonna mind me?"
No.
No, that's no. That's not that. When David Tennant says that, he says that when the
Poison Sky.
The Poison Sky, yeah, that two-parter. But Donna was cool, man. Donna was cool. I mean, she lived her own life. She made it clear right off the bat they're just going to be mates, and that's it. You know, and they were friends, and she did have an attitude with them. Well, she would slap him around, which is almost similar to what kind of Clara almost has a little Donna in her, where she will give him a punch if needed. But there still could be that love interest happening with them too. That could happen, but with Donna, never. And I thought that was awesome. I love the way she challenged the Doctor, especially you saw big time in the Pompeii episode when she was she's like, how can you let all these people die? At least save somebody. At least save somebody. And still today, the saddest thing for me from the current season. Nothing really with Rose. A little sad with Rose here and there, but when Donna left, her last scene, when she she knew what had to happen. She knew she had to have her mind erased, but she didn't want to go. And that to me was sad. And I still feel shitty that they didn't. I think she deserves to have her memories returned one way or another.
Right.
I hate, I know Catherine Tate is a big actress, but man, I would hope she would eventually come back, even for a special. Just one more journey with the doc. Let her get her memories back one way or another. I always thought the Master could have something to do with it, and trick her into getting her memories back, and be able to have her control it so it won't whatever kill her. You know what I mean? And she could be pissed off at the Doctor, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, really.
But yeah, I could go on and on about on it. Go ahead, Graham.
I would agree with you, mate. Catherine Tate, freaking fabulous in the role. The line that sold it for me: "You fought her off with a bloody water pistol. I blinking love you." There you go.
Yeah.
I know. Oh man. Then you had the scene on top of the rooftop in The Runaway Bride, the debut episode. He's scanning her with a screwdriver. Stop beeping me.
Yeah.
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 Fantastic.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I like her, because you had some good companions. I mean, I personally don't like Rose, and I don't think I ever will, but I respect her because she was the Doctor's first companion when the show was first rebooted. And then after that, you have, what's-her-face?
Don't use the word reboot, Caroline. It was revived.
Well, yeah, revived. And,
that's what I was going to say. It's not really a reboot.
Yeah.
Martha Jones.
Yeah, Martha Jones.
Now with Martha Jones,
it's a continuation.
They threw her into the loving the Doctor
instantly,
like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because at least
you know what? With me, I like Rose, but not over the. I did like her. She did do some pretty cool episodes.
Yeah.
And I did like Martha Jones, too, in a way. But I thought with Martha... I know the whole thing with Rose falling for the Doctor. It took time. But with Martha, it's like the first, second episode, she's like, come to bed with.
It was the second episode, right? Because it was when they were meeting, what's-his-face? Shakespeare. Yeah.
Well, the first... When they're in the hospital, he kissed her.
Yeah.
And she's all like, ooh, wow.
And he told her right before he kissed her, this means nothing.
Exactly.
It's a genetic transfer. It doesn't mean anything.
And she was the one. She was upset, and I have to say, she left. She left over jealousy, man.
Yeah.
She left because she knew they'll never be a couple.
Right.
She didn't want to be just friends with him. She left because she loved him. And she was honest about it, and even in her last scene where she's about to walk, like she's waiting to see if he'll say something else, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I kind of just let her go, like, see ya.
That's a bit of a letdown, isn't it? You walk out the TARDIS and you end up with Mickey Smith.
Then she got Mickey. Then there was Mickey.
Yeah.
But she only traveled with Tennant's Doctor, right?
Yeah.
So she's never seen the Doctor regenerate.
No.
No.
So far Rose is the only one.
Would she still love Matt Smith then? Or whatever Doctor it is?
Well, she's married. I guess she's married with Mickey Smith now, so I guess she's over the Doctor, I guess.
Well, indeed.
And if you think about it, well, let me finish my one point really quick with Donna, and then I'll tell you about Martha.
Yeah,
something that really pisses me off about Martha Jones.
We can jump all over the place.
Yeah, because with Donna, I just love her because she's more real. I think she's the most realistic character, because, like you said, she was a mate, and you could see, I could see some of myself in her, where she's just down. Sometimes she could be vain, sometimes she could be compassionate and caring. Other times she could be like kick ass, So, so I think she's just really, the down to earth, normal, she's human.
All right.
That's why I loved her.
Yeah.
Now,
You know what it was? She's like, nothing against Rose or Martha, but they were younger. Like Donna was a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, she was a strong woman. Sorry about the background. Can you just make the nuggets?
Go do it like I said.
All right. She was a strong.
Ah.
She was a strong woman. That's what made her different. And also, you know, we can go on this. You know, a couple weeks ago, how they want to say Doctor Who is racist. Some
yeah,
people
that's
were
a
coming
bunch of
out with that
bullshit.
bullshit. You know, not only, and let's not forget Martha Jones is African or whatever, black, and she was which is fine. You had Mickey Smith in it, which was a black guy. You had Donna Noble, who seemed to only really kind of dig the black guys. She almost married. Well, she married one of them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Where I don't see where the whole racism thing is there. We're kind of.
And who even brought that up?
I don't know. Some woman was writing a book on racism.
It was a bunch of academics for Australia.
Yeah, it was
I
some
think they're
kind
just
of
based in the whole
bullshit.
Aborigine pish there.
And you're thinking, are they actually watching this show?
Yeah, because
I
Doctor
mean,
Who.
there's not many shows that you honestly. There's not many shows even now that you see interracial couples.
Yeah, and
Rose and Mickey right off the first episode were making out.
Yeah.
And Rose, they were right there. I mean, what is it? Yeah.
And that show has to be one of the most diverse shows. I mean, you see so many different like ethnic representations. You know,
Not only
in
that,
the
but
show.
even sexualities. There's
Yeah.
Let's go into the interspecies thing, all right?
Well, you
Yeah.
got Madame and Jenny. Then you got, of course, Captain Jack. You know, he's.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't see where I call bullshit. Like, you know, I can understand certain things if somebody says something and you're looking at it, but Doctor Who's the last show. I would
Really?
think, you know, any racism or, you know.
I think they're the only show around that really
And
you
you
know
know,
dives
now-
into it.
Yeah.
Not even just rumors of racism. I'm seeing a lot of feminism lately with this 12th Doctor thing. Oh, you males that want the Doctor to be a man are so insensitive, and I'm so tired of seeing the female being dragged along by the Doctor. You know, it's just
it's funny.
all these feminists coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, the Doctor should be a woman because it's too male dominated." It's
You
and
know-
there are articles that say that.
Let me know when you're done, Matt. Yeah, it's mental. Just get on the whole, couples thing.
Yeah.
I saw that Cash he's done with Joe when he went over the stuff in the Curse of Fenric.
What was that? I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You guys done a podcast with Joe the other night. It was going over stuff in the Curse of Fenric.
Yeah, the Curse of Fenric.
Mike, were you part of that one?
I
Yeah,
think
which one are you talking about?
when we were
The one
talking
you
about
Dog Freedom on, and he was going over things in the Curse of
Yeah,
Fenric.
we were
Yeah.
talking about the Curse of Fenric.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
which was relevant in today's show. Even look at that scene with Ace when she's luring the soldier away. That's a wee bit close to the bone for that time period as well, I'll tell you.
True.
You know,
It's true, man.
I'm not a little girl, Professor. Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think wasn't it even hinted in the Wedding of River, the Wedding of River song that the Doctor says the Queen Mary was known as the Virgin Elizabeth or whatever, and now she's no longer.
Well, that wasn't the Wedding of the River song. That was just before the end of time, part 1.
Yeah, whatever episode that was, but he says some line about her nickname's no longer the Virgin, and then he gets cut off.
Yeah, well, it cut himself off.
That was with David Tennant, right? And David Tennant said something around that lines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got the Hawaii thing on his neck. Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
he's talking to the Ood.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, she's no longer. Oh, she's the Virgin Queen, no longer.
Yeah.
so even the Doctors had his fair share of giggity.
Conquests. Yeah.
Sure,
Conquest.
sure, yeah. It has happened. I mean, not that they haven't shown anything yet, but maybe they will eventually. I don't know.
I mean, he's had to have giggity because how could you have a granddaughter without,
Yeah. And By the way, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Moth, this is a kid's show, so we'll leave it at that.
Depends where you live, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
credit to Moffat for not dumbing things down for kids, man. You gotta teach them sometime. Might as well start them young.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so trying to think of what else. Oh, I wanted to say something about Martha Jones. You know what really pisses me off about Martha Jones? Okay,
No.
here she is. She's this very successful, med student. It's hard, no matter what country you're in, it's hard to get into med school.
Oh, yeah.
So here she's in med school. She's a med student. She drops everything, leaves her family and her career behind, goes running off to the doctor. Within an episode, she's madly in love with him, right? And then throughout that whole season, it's her like battling her love for the doctor and trying to get the doctor to notice that she loves him, blah, 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 right?
Right.
Okay, then she leaves. Fine, and now you got Donna. Now, what is it? It's like, what is it? It's, you have Partners in Crime, then you have the Pompeii episode, and then you have...
One of the...
It wasn't long before Martha Jones came back, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't like too long after that, and even
5 episodes away or something.
yeah, and even Martha mentioned when she ran into Donna, she
One bitch and a half.
she even
That's Donna Noble.
yeah, she even Martha even said to Donna or to the doctor, "Hey, it didn't take you too long, so that much time hasn't gone by." All of a sudden, she's engaged to that doctor that you saw during Smith and the Doctor, or Smith and Jones. I forget what it was called, right?
Yeah.
So she's engaged, right? Then at the end of the series, when David Tennant is going back to check in on all her friends, all of a sudden she's married to Mickey Jones. So I mean, really and truly, she's kind of she's kind of a slut,
Yeah.
she's going through boyfriends
Yeah.
left and right.
I can...
It
Right.
ended with Mickey Smith.
Yeah.
Mike, do you want to field that first, and I'll throw my 2 cents in?
Go right ahead, Graham. Your turn, bro.
All right, man.
We ran on.
You get the three-parter. You've got the Poison Sky. You've got the Sultaran experiment, or sort of, whatever it was, and then you've got the Doctor's daughter. Drops her back off. Then you don't see her again till it's Still Enough. But remember, when you see her again in the Still Enough, she's working for.
For UNIT.
The States, she was.
Oh, was
Project Indigo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
He was working in America, yeah.
you must assume that engagement's been called off in between that time period. If she's
Graham,
in
you
States,
said-
she's-
You
Yeah.
said there was an episode called The Sultaran Experiment? And that was with,
No, I know. I've got the name mixed up. I know.
Oh, it's
yeah.
the
Anyway, yeah.
Lazarus experiment, right?
Because I was going to say the Sultaran Experiments with the fourth
No, I know
one.
that's Tom Baker, Matt. My bad. Yeah. My bad. I apologise to all you Scarfies out there.
This is between us, Scarby.
Matt, I went have a jelly baby in Camden. Okay.
Yummy.
Okay, so I'll leave it up to you guys. Is there any other Doctor Who things you guys want to yak about?
Other than the fact that, there's no news.
Well, no,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
that's
Yeah,
why
there
he's
hasn't
asking
been
for the topic,
anything.
Matt. Yeah.
And apparently, the folks in Rory Kinnear's camp have come out and said, no, he's not been out for the role.
That was a couple of days ago, Matt.
I personally think it's a red herring. I think there's been more talk than they're letting on.
But
I think it's going to be somebody we don't even know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's a given, Mike. One thing is guaranteed. See whoever you see on the internet, put forward in the press, it'll not be them.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's a lucky guess. It never is.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to see that little? It was only like 2 minutes long, and unfortunately, I didn't get much sound out of it because I don't have like sound on my laptop on my computer at work. But I guess Katie Manning was talking about
Mind of Evil.
yeah, there was an episode where she went back to this castle.
Yeah, that's the Mind of Evil. Yeah.
Okay. You know, so she was talking about how much fun it was working on the set and stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
No, what is that even? It's an audio?
No.
It's a video. It's a video, but I didn't catch all the audio because I don't have audio at work. So
What is she filming? Something for the show or what?
It was just like a little video clip, like an interview type of thing, and
Right.
of her returning back to the castle where they were filming an episode. This was way back when, but it was kind of like her just discussing how much fun she used to have filming with John Pertwee on set.
Mike, she was basically there to promote the Mind of Evil, which has been restored to colour.
Oh, it's like she's making a DVD extra
Yeah.
or something? Okay.
Oh, what's the episode called?
Mind of Evil.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, well, she didn't say anything about coming back to the 50th, right?
No, it was nothing like that. It was just talking about her working with John Pertwee.
I don't see why not. She is still alive, and
I mean, my personal opinion is they're going to call people back. You know, when things die down, because we have a long way to go. We have, what is it, June, July, August, September, October, November. We have 5 months. So they can easily call somebody up and say, hey, are you busy tomorrow? Go this route where nobody's expecting you and show up here. And then all of a sudden, bam, there's David Tennant or there's Matt Smith. You know, I mean, you just don't know.
that's true.
And I think the reason why everything was announced the way it was is to throw everybody off. That's just my personal take on it. But.
That could be true, definitely, man. I believe we're being thrown off too, so
Yeah.
hopefully for some good reason.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I don't know if Dr. Freedom has talked about this publicly, but we had a conversation recently where he said, I think it was in the podcast that we did with Joe, he said that he now has to put the rumors of Omega being in the 50th back in the maybe pile because there's an article in Doctor Who magazine that says, oh, well, we just leaked out some fake information about an old foe returning. So, maybe Omega isn't there.
I don't know. Who knows?
You know what? Who gives a shit? Let's wait and see.
Yeah, really.
On that note, I'm going to change the subject slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move away from Doctor Who if you guys don't mind. Okay, I came up with this other idea for a topic. And it's basically how real life can turn into like a sci-fi show. You know, how like something we see in sci-fi, either TV or the movies, can someday become reality. You know, so here's the question I'm going to ask you. I'll start with you, Mike. What show or what movie can you see the human race going towards or becoming? I know this is kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
You know what? Star Trek, man, really grabs me, but not in their timeline. I think it would take a lot longer.
Okay.
What is that, like 2250 the year or something when they started?
Something like that.
Yeah, off the top of my head. Oh man, with space travel and all, I don't think time travel is ever going to be possible. But I do think we're going to go out there into outer space. I do, you know, or not that we're going to see it, but you know, our generations in the future. You know, say more on the lines of of a Star Trek, man. I see that to be possible. Exploring space. I don't
Of
know
course,
about.
it'll be hard to have any space exploration when NASA's been downsized.
Well, yeah, but you know what? They got a lot of people now that are just doing it with their own money.
Well,
So it's going to take some rich people. Plus, you got other countries that just still do their space programs.
And
well,
You know,
that's.
I want to say quantum leap, but you know what?
I don't want it to be like Doctor Who, but the simple fact that the sun explodes and we're
Yeah.
all going to be dead.
Don't talk to me about quantum leap, all right? The last episode of that show
Oh,
almost
you're
pissed
making.
me off.
I know you're making me sad now.
yeah, I
You're
know
making-
that last episode was
You're
sad.
making me sad. Sam Beckett never got home.
Yeah.
I wish that one never got divorced.
I'll go with what I would think we're going to live in
A Star
that
Trek. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Graham, what do you think?
Oof. A sci-fi movie that the human race will steer towards in the future.
Or it could be a TV show, whatever one.
You know what? Why not? Take a holiday in your mind. Total Recall.
Ooh,
I want Total Recall.
yeah.
The Mind Games, huh? Yeah, why not?
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which one? The Arnold one or the new one?
Have to get to Mars.
That's cool. Hey, Matt, what do you think?
Well, there's a couple. I would like to say that ideally for me, what I'd like it to become like is Back to the Future
Great
with
Scott. Yeah.
with the self-tying shoelaces. Still waiting on that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tie my shoes, so that'd be brilliant.
Okay.
I've always wanted one of the hoverboards.
Oh, hoverboard, I know.
Yeah.
But again, another thing I could see is like, have you ever seen that movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Oh yeah, Jim Carrey.
I could see us doing something like that in the future.
That was screwed up, man. That
But
movie
Yeah.
was screwed.
I never saw that one.
I could see us doing something like that.
Who was in that with him? Was it?
It was
Robin Williams.
Who?
Robin Williams was in that movie.
the
Was that
comedian.
Jim Carrey, and who was the female lead?
I forget who that was.
Wasn't it Kate Winslet? With the Kim? Who
I
was
don't know. I
that?
never seen that one, guys.
Oh. Nicole Kidman.
Mm.
Oh, this
I
is
don't
good
know.
now. Time to go to Wikipedia.
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like they had this program where you can wipe away all your memories if you want. But
That's similar to Total Recall, kind of.
actually, to be honest, I've never seen the movie, but I have seen the plot, and I could see us doing something like that.
If I had a second choice, The Truman Show.
Well,
There we go.
Oh, you
oh,
want
the
to
Truman.
now?
Oh, the Truman Show. Yeah, that could be, especially with reality TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see us doing something like the Superman comics where we just find an Earth 2. Know what I mean?
There you
Well-
go.
Well, mine would be Babylon 5. So, I could see that because the reason why the space station was, made in the first place was, for commerce, and for like trading, merchandise and stuff like that. And that's basically what our world is all about now, anyway. And then,
Sure.
and then also all their technology was based on, the jump gate technology, which is basically like fancy radio waves.
Yeah.
So that's more realistic because if they were like jumping from gate to gate and something happened, they're pretty much like lost in space, and you're never going to find them because you don't have a signal. So that's basically technology we have already, but like GPSs.
Yeah, right.
You know, but we just have to.
Sat nav, yeah.
Yeah, we just have to incorporate it into, you know, the vacuum of space, you know?
There you go.
You know, so that's,
Robinson. Yeah.
so I think Babylon 5 is where we're going.
There you go.
Choice.
Yes.
I really don't know what I would like us to be in the future, like ideally, but hopefully in the future we have a better net infrastructure. We have a better infrastructure for the internet than we do here in America. You know, because honestly, the internet infrastructure is balls compared to in Japan. You know, they have. I hope we. You know, obviously, I hope we're still here on this planet. You know, nobody wants to be part of an apocalypse, but
Well, you know,
Yeah.
the only thing that's guaranteed
Uh-oh,
is
did
that
we
sun
lose
is
Mike?
expanding, so they're going to have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, so here, okay, I'm gonna let you guys ask everybody a question now. So, Graham, I'll start with you.
Ah, shit.
It could be anything.
Okay.
Graham.
Actually, being hostess is actually kind of fun, putting everybody on a spot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
First thing
it is.
that pops into my mind. All right, here we go. I think I know what Mike's answer to this will be, but I'll ask you to as well. Give me the name of a sci-fi movie that you guys wished had a sequel but never had one.
Ooh.
oh jeez, I don't know if there's been any sci-fi movies.
Hang on, Matt. Hang on. We'll go with Mike first. We'll go in order on my screen.
A sci-fi movie that never had a sequel that I wish
You
did
wish
have
did.
a sequel?
I know what you're going to say.
Shit. I don't even know what I'm going to say. What do you think I'm going to say?
It involves a couple of red-nosed fellas.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, Killer
us what
Clowns.
changed your mind.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, too. Yeah, with
There you go. Yeah.
I definitely want a new Killer Clowns movie.
Oh,
Definitely.
damn.
God damn it. Where is it? Yes, all right, there you go, Graham. You know what? I went blank, but yeah, you're right.
There you go. Matt, you're up.
Oh, shit.
Me? Well, I'm gonna go for the easy cop-out answer and say, I wish they would make a sequel to the Doctor Who TV movie and call it, you know, During the Time War. You know, technically
That's
that never had
I
a
wasn't
sequel.
thinking along the lines.
So-
Yeah, okay. All right. Oh,
I know it's the lamest answer ever, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's
Easy
a,
for McGann.
am I up?
Yeah.
Alright, for some stupid reason, I don't know why I keep thinking of this. They should have had a sequel to Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that film. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Rick Moranis? Were we talking about that the other day?
Rick Moranis is
Can we
Hi.
go
basically a voiceover actor now. Is that what
What's he doing?
He does voiceover acting now.
Oh, I,
Yeah,
Rick
sure.
Moranis,
That's
man,
not an
yeah.
album, a music
I,
in the mid 2000s.
I'd
I mean-
say, I agree. Another
mean, why didn't
Spaceballs
they-
is well overdue.
why didn't they do a sequel to Spaceballs? I don't get it because that was one funny ass movie.
You figure they would have after they had the next 3 Star Wars movies. You figure they would have did another, Spaceballs.
I think the problem was in the mid to late 80s, once you'd done a parody movie, you only ever done the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It should have definitely got a sequel.
Yeah, there is not one scene in that movie that I don't laugh at every time I see it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I don't think it would work now simply because the parody movies in this day and age are awful. So
Well, that's the difference. That one wasn't. So that was a straight movie.
Yeah.
I know, but
Like it took elements from Sci-Fi and Star Wars, but it even had its own storyline.
I know, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to see somebody get their hands on it now and make a sequel. And have
No,
it
it would have to be,
The same crew, man.
And with Joan Rivers.
Oh,
Oh, good old John Ritter.
with the Virgin Alert. Virgin Alert. Virgin Alert.
Yeah.
Big guy.
that face is seen now. more knives than a Benihana.
Pizza the Hut. Yeah.
About having the problem child movie as well, man.
And Pizza the Hut died because he got locked in a car and ate himself.
Yeah, he ate himself to death. Now, what was Gramps' pick?
For what? Oh, my question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brain freeze. Right. Somebody get John Carpenter on the phone. I want it a They Live too.
You want They Live too?
Oh yeah.
Little Roddy Piper
Put the
pack.
glasses on! Put them on!
I want a 24-minute fight scene other than a 12 this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
interesting, because They Live was like really awesome.
I thought it was so.
But then, I guess Roddy's character died in the end, right?
They all died in the end.
So there would be a new. What do you think? You think CM Punk?
No. CM Punk.
Hey,
If it had to be a wrestler in the lead role for the sequel, who would you?
Yeah. Somebody on the phone to Philip Brooks. You might be in Teen Wolf? No, I don't think so. No.
Not the, I don't know. What, lead role?
If it had to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, so
I
what?
Cena just to get him off TV for a couple of months.
Oh, no. Come on, Cena.
I get him off TV for a couple of months.
I wonder if Daniel Bryan could be a good actor.
No.
Oh
Go- go-
no.
Not in that movie. No, not for a lead role.
I'm talking about if his beard was shaved and everything.
You're talking about a lead actor and They Live.
Yeah.
And he has to be a wrestler.
I might go with Randy Orton.
Yeah, that might be a possibility. Or what's his face? Damn.
What's his face?
That really good-looking English guy with the black hair.
Oh, wait,
Wade
Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah, because he looks like he
He's
could
good
be.
looking? Fuck.
I didn't
Oh,
say
I
that.
think-
I just get he's the only English guy there other than
Yeah,
William.
well, there you go.
Well, yeah, other than William Regal.
Maybe
You know,
maybe Curtis Axel if he ever gets more of a acting personality. He's kind of got the face for it.
You don't look like his dad that much.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He got beaten with the ugly stick a little.
Yeah,
Well, now.
quite right.
I like how you feel.
Just a
Oh,
feel.
just a
I would
little.
say, honestly, I would say Dolph Ziggler looks more like Mr. Perfect
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
than Axel.
Oh,
Even though that's his real
I
dad.
wish he's got rid of Michael McGillis shitty. That's all I'm worried
I do.
about.
I want to point out I do like his theme song. Though.
Yep.
Perfect mix. Yeah.
And I'm excited for him because I don't think Paul would agree to manage him if he wasn't in favor of what they were doing with him.
What's
Huh.
right?
Problem is, you've got to watch what the writers are doing. Anyway, we're
But,
going off
but we're
topic.
getting
Who's
off
questioning?
topic. So,
Hey, so Matt, what's your question you want to ask everybody?
does it have to be a sci-fi question?
No, Fido, we don't want any teeter taps. Thank you.
Does it have to be a sci-fi question?
No,
No, it could be
anything.
whatever you want.
If you could go to any planet ever in any sort of sci-fi genre, out of any sort of book material or what, if you could go to any sci-fi planet that you know of, what planet would it be? From any time period.
Riza.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, that's a Star Trek one. That's a nice planet for many different reasons.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like Disneyland for adults in outer space.
yeah. You want to get your wank on.
Ooh,
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's what it is.
giggity. Right.
Not a bad pick. Thumbs up on that one.
Thank you. I have my
We
moments.
agree with each other, yeah.
Okay, Mike, where would you go? Mike, same place?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I mean, yeah. But I want to. If I let me think. Hmm. What else would be really pretty? I'm trying to think. Go ahead, Graham. Jump in if you're ready. I'm still thinking.
I'm trying to think as well.
See, I asked the tough questions.
Yeah. No bullshitting you, Matt. I'd probably go to Alderaan before giving attack and start the woman will blow a ripper beam at the place. Just to say I survived it.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to go to the planet that the killer clowns came from. Wouldn't you love to see the planet they come from? That's what I want to see.
No.
I don't know. Well, they came from somewhere. I want to see the killer clowns planet. Definitely.
Okay.
Killer clowns from outer space.
As an observer, I don't want them to capture me and drink my blood and shit. But you know.
Put you in a bit of candy for us.
Yeah.
One of these days, I gotta watch that movie someday.
No, it's funny as hell.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's one of my faves.
I've never seen. I gotta
Best
watch
scene
that.
I'll not spoil it, Caroline, but the best scene's at the bus stop. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Is it as good as Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Oh yeah. I remember the animated TV series in the 80s as well with that.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
I
That was
don't
kind of
remember that.
scared for me to
Same
watch. So.
You know, same kind of campy effects. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta definitely watch that someday. So Matt, what's your pick?
I'm gonna pull one out of left field here. I'd say I'd like to see Krypton before it exploded.
That's
You know,
cool.
see what life was like on there before it blew up.
I think it'd be somewhat similar to the Cave of Crystals, but you know.
Cool. Okay, Mike, you're up. What's your question?
Oh, I got somebody screaming in the background.
You
Okay.
might need a chicken finger or a chicken Friday.
Hey, since you know we all know each other pretty well, let's a simple one. What's everybody's favorite color? Come on. I don't know any of your guys' favorite color, and you can't
Orange.
pick two.
Yellow.
I love orange.
Blue.
And I love purple. So there you go, man.
Purple, orange, blue, and yellow.
Or a regular rainbow.
We're a rainbow guys. How about that?
Hey Matt, do you notice that my walls are orange? It's
Yes.
it's Calypso
Yeah.
orange.
Very good shade of orange too.
Thank you.
I got the orange on my toolbar on Windows 7. Windows 7. It's more of a yellowish orange. I don't really like it.
No.
It's more of a bright, kind of yellow, kind of not orange. I prefer a dark orange.
Yeah.
There you
Too
go.
bright for you, Matt, is it?
Well, it looks almost brown actually.
Ooh. That's a bit
doesn't-
harsh.
Yeah, it's kind of a crappy color.
Yeah, man. Change
Well,
that.
it's kind of a dark. Well, I don't know how to.
I think it's that time to change it.
Screen share. Can I screen share? Is it gonna allow me to?
I don't know if you could screen share. Can you screen share on Skype?
Yeah, I can share screen. Hold on.
What, on Skype you can?
I don't.
Yeah, it was
How
supposed
do
to
you
be
do on Skype?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You holding back in us? Shocking, Matt.
That would be kind of cool if
I
you
didn't
could
know,
screen
yeah.
share on Skype.
Yeah, okay, can you guys see anything?
Not yet.
Yeah, a buffer. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're buffering. What
Yeah.
happened?
Do you see the toolbar here? I don't know
Yeah.
if I can zoom
Oh
in.
yeah. Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, it's
It's
kind of
really,
it's kind of like a
really
golden
dark.
color.
It's a really dark orange. I don't like it. I would prefer it to be more on the lines of your wall, but sadly that's as well defined as I can make it. If I made it look any more transparent, it doesn't look like orange at all. So, Windows, I'm really displeased with your color selection.
You only note it, Bill Gates.
Yeah, you
Yep.
gotta complain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now we know you can screen share on Skype.
I didn't know that.
So we learned something.
Yeah. Every day's a school day.
That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
Yay, we learned something today. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Learning's fun.
Says Mr.
We're
Ralph.
learning. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, Ralph.
Does anybody else have anything to add?
I'm
Mike
good.
and I are still waiting to
What are you waiting for?
try.
What?
Huh? I said Mike and I are still waiting to see what kind of candies people want us to try.
Oh, we've not got into the snacks part yet. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. All right. So, it's the end of the world. Armageddon. Fire and brimstone are
Reese's.
raining down upon us. What is the one snack that you are going to
Reese's.
eat? Reese's? Okay.
No.
Michael, you're probably going to have chicken.
Oh, it's gotta be like, it can't be. Okay, I thought you were talking about like sweets.
It will
Well,
be a
snack.
bowl of fruity pebbles for me, guys.
Okay.
I can't see you, Mike.
I think I would have to have like Oreos. I guess double stuffed Oreos.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so-
know what you got up to with an Oreo. Matt, come on.
Okay, so Matt, you're going to have, it's the end of the world, and before you die, you're going to have an Oreo cookie. And,
Not one single Oreo. I've been like a warehouse full of them.
okay. And then, Michael, you're going to have a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Graham, what are you going to have?
It's got to be a bag of pretzels. I'm a pretzels guy. I love my pretzels.
Okay. And mine would be, a bag of plain M&Ms.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike was kind of shooting on M&Ms earlier because, M&Ms wouldn't allow themselves to
Mike,
be in the ET
sorry.
movie.
Mike, I've got to ask, how are you going to have the fruity pebbles without milk?
Yeah, you didn't say they would have milk with it.
Come on, I said a bowl. Gotta have a little bit of milk in there.
That's one snack. Milk is a different product altogether.
Yeah, you can't just sneak two in there.
Oh, I'll have a cow next to me. I'll squirt it.
And then would you kill the cow to have steak? That's three. You just stuck three things in there.
No, I can't kill an animal. I can eat the hell out of animals, but I can't kill them.
Yeah, you know what? I am waiting for somebody to develop a video game where, one of those shooter video games where the animals are the hunters and they're killing people.
Actually, there is something like that. It's called Tokyo Jungle.
What's it called?
Tokyo Jungle, but you don't really hunt humans, but you hunt prey in
Yeah.
the post-apocalyptic concrete jungle. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I want to be able to say go on there and I could pick a deer, and a deer can be all dressed up in camouflage with a little hat and has a semi-automatic machine gun, and he's walking around and just blowing the heads off of human beings.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what started all this shit back in '83, didn't you? It was fucking duck hunt on the NES. You know?
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, but it should be people though. So I could be a duck, and the duck can be
Yes.
here could be something funny. The duck can be flying, and then he poops out a grenade and blows up people down on the ground. See?
Something like Grand Theft Auto, except you're the animal.
Yeah,
With
and then
intelligence, yeah.
and then a monkey can get behind the wheel of an automobile and just run down
My God,
people.
bananas. Yeah.
well, I guess if you count, there was a level in a game called Conker's Bad Fur Day where you were transformed into a vampire bat, and you actually had to incapacitate the villagers and lead them. You had to fly down, scoop them up, and lead them to a grinder where they would henceforth be chopped up. And
Well, that's kind of cool.
so. But it was only one level, so if you're talking about the really
Yeah.
a game, I could see that.
But if anybody is actually listening out there and knows how to make video games, I want a video game where I could be an animal blowing the heads off of human beings. Thank you.
Now, here's the question though: who would you want to develop the game? Because there are some shitty developers out there.
I don't know. As long as the graphics look good and it doesn't cost too much.
I'll give it to Rockstar. Make it like Grand Theft Auto, a big open world. You can pick from a ton of animals, and you can unlock different animals and different, different looks and species.
And you could play, and you can join online. It has an online format, so that way, like Mike, if you're playing and I'm playing, we can all get together and we can like tag team and blow up some people.
What would the storyline of this game be like? Well, why would they suddenly rebel after all this time?
Why not?
See that little thing? He could hit with a harpoon. That'll get him witty.
Like he can even be ocean animals, like sharks and shit.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Fucking whales and tip over boats and shit and eat people. Fuck it.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Moby Dick. The Revenge.
Moby Dick, man.
Yeah.
Maybe something finally happens to give the animals intelligence and they figure out, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What it could be is the human beings were creating a weapon of mass destruction, and or better yet, it could be an artificial intelligence took over and destroyed mankind and released this viral infection that gave all this intelligence to the people. I mean, the animals.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Does Ninja Turtles count?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Ninja.
It's a different realm.
And
They're
then
good guys.
and
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would
Maybe
be
they
cool.
don't even have to use. Maybe not all the animals use weapons, because if you're like a snake, you can poison them and bite people.
And then you can have like
And
panda.
for God's sakes, put kids and babies in the game, because you want to kill some kids and babies. Only a little bit.
Not really.
I believe that's a law where they can't.
Where's the lady pushing the carriage? In Grand Theft Auto. They're putting animals in the new Grand Theft Auto, by the way.
Yeah, so
I don't know if you can kill them yet.
I'm sure they will. So if you're going to be doing that, why can't you have the animals killing the people just once? That would be.
But the new Grand Theft Auto, you might be able to be a dog in it. One of your characters owns a dog. There might be mini games where you can play as a dog and attack people. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. And then you could be like a panda bear. Like when you get to a certain level, you could be a samurai panda.
Yeah.
No, or like you could just camouflage yourself and it would show you, being cute and eating the bamboo and all the humans are like, oh, I think you just attack.
Oh man, or a gorilla. Oh, gorilla.
So cute.
Gorilla would mess some shit up.
Oh, it could be killer bunnies.
Oh, God. Vampire rabbits.
Run away.
We're giving developers ideas out there.
Yeah, come on, developers. This is a real good, market for us animal lovers that like to play video games.
Yes.
What would the game be rated? Would it be like silly killing or blood and gore?
Blood and gore, yeah.
It's gotta be rated A.
Rated A?
Give it adults only.
Oh.
Oh, really rip apart people.
Oh, and then you can have the animals raping the people, because there's people raping animals, so you can have the people raping
How about
animals.
The sheep?
Yeah. So the revenge, it could be the revenge of the sheep. Yeah.
Oh God.
It would show
Steve, if you see this.
It would show the dogs humping the humans.
They do that already. So.
Kinda wish I could be playing.
Man's best friend.
Shit.
Oh boy.
All I got to play now is that new Super Mario Brothers game. Shit.
It's like, hi, you thought I was just humping your leg, didn't you?
Mamma mia. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, Mike and I just actually, speaking of it again, we just did our E3 recap recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't cover it at the time, but Sony just took a big shit all over the Xbox One, and I loved it.
What?
Saying,
What did you say?
we don't we support used games. You don't have to be connected online to play it. If you buy a game, it's your game, and you can sell it. You can do whatever you want. And if you're PlayStation Plus member, you can get a game on launch day for free, and you're gonna get a free indie game title every month. That's big F you to Microsoft, and they did the right thing.
Yeah.
Comes out this November. The new PlayStation 4 is $100 cheaper than Microsoft. Also, you don't have to pay You don't have to pay a subscription to play online. I mean, you can get the Plus account if you want, but you don't have to have it.
Yeah,
Unlike the Xbox, where it's $60 a year, and if you have multiple accounts, you have to pay extra. Like I think $5 extra for if you want to play the same game. Like if my kids want to play a game that I played on my account, they would have to pay an extra $5.
I don't know. See.
Now, how much was it? $60? 60? 60?
Yeah.
Yeah, $60 a year
Oh
for
my God.
Microsoft.
I'm so glad I chose the PlayStation 3. I mean, I don't.
And the Xbox One has to be online, or you won't be able to play games.
Really?
Here's the problem.
PlayStation 4, you don't have to be online.
And if you buy a game, you can't trade it in.
Yeah, Xbox One wants to stop you from going to GameStop and get used games and all that shit.
That's not right.
That's stupid, and that's a big.
They must
Yeah.
must have a contingency plan for when this goes tits up. They cannot be that stupid.
They are right. You know, they are being stupid right now,
See,
man.
I always thought that the Xbox was better than the PlayStation because I'm not a big gamer, but every time I go to Walmart, there always seems to be a bigger selection of Xbox games than PlayStation games. Huh?
Well, 360 used to dominate the market, and to be fair, around about 2007, I was pissed at Sony's press conference when they released the PS3 because let's face it, it was $599. It looked big and huge and clunky as hell, and it stole the freaking motion controller gimmick from the Wii. So I was vehemently against Sony back then, but it seems like now they kind of realize, okay, we goofed up. Time to set things right. And boy have they done a 180.
Is the PlayStation 4 gonna let you play PlayStation 3 games on it?
It is not backwards compatible.
No,
Yeah.
but if you have a PlayStation 3 account, you can upload it on your PlayStation 4 and re-download any of the games that you have. If you did download any online games, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No.
So I do have a couple of games that I've downloaded onto my actual PlayStation 3. So if I decided to get a PlayStation 4,
Yeah, you can put your account right on the PlayStation.
But
4.
just the fact, like all the homemade indie game developers that develop games like Oddworld, Don't Starve, all those developers are coming over to the PS4 because Xbox just makes everything so hard for everybody.
what were you gonna say, Graham?
No, it's funny when you hear all these specifics and specs when it comes to all these new generation systems. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're not worth jack. They've got a bit graphics and all the rest of it. At the end of the day, it all comes down to gameplay.
Yeah, the Xbox and Sony will be pretty similar.
I mean, me and Mike, as much as we delve into the newer stuff, we're Nintendo kids at heart. No matter how inferior Nintendo systems work to all these other things, we always.
Yeah, I am a big Nintendo guy. I was so for the Wii when it came out. I even supported the Wii U, but I do have to call it a spade a spade. It looks like what Nintendo wanted to do this year was say, okay, we know everybody's going to go after the Xbox and the PS4. We're not even going to go out to E3 this year. We're just going to focus on the titles that we already have ordered and stick to our first-party titles. And, maintain the audience with the titles we do have and then come the next console, we'll regroup. Is what it was actually doing.
Yeah, I mean, I love my. I still take out my GameCube from time to time because I love the games that I got on my GameCube. You
I
know,
hated
like
Mario Sunshine.
well, I have like Donkey Kong, and I have Donkey Kong
Oh,
with the
just that.
bongos and everything. You know.
New Donkey Kong Country is coming out for the
Yeah,
Wii U.
yeah.
It looks cool.
Thank God.
Yeah, but do you play the bongos with it?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Because-
no. It's
Yeah.
Donkey
That's
Kong
Boombox
Country.
one.
Because
yeah.
I have the Donkey Konga, man. I love that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But here's a question for you, is because I've been thinking about this on and off. I've been thinking for a while about getting Little Big Planet karting. You know,
yeah.
the karting one, and it comes with the wheel. But you know, I mean, how does that work? Do I have to get something special for the wheel to work? Because you know how you have to get like what is it? The Xbox, you have to get the Kinect.
Oh yeah.
You know,
No,
do you have
yeah,
to
on
do?
the PlayStation.
I'm not sure if you need that weird PlayStation handle, the motion handle.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you
I'm
need
gonna have
that.
The
to-
move.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go to GameStop someday and ask them because
Yes, I'm not sure with that one.
because that karting Little Big Planet karting looks like fun.
It's,
Yeah.
I've seen gameplay of it. It's basically a clone of Mario Kart, but with
Mario
the little
Kart, oh, yeah.
with the Little Big Planet formula.
Yeah,
Like you can have users create their own tracks and stuff. But you know, if you're into that, then fine.
Speaking
yeah.
of which, Mike, have you saw the trailer for Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. When was that? Today?
I came out of it a few days ago.
Nope, didn't see that one, guys. But
It's-
yeah.
It's not bad, no, it's okay.
It's got the different vehicles from Mario Kart Wii in it. And apparently you can go like anti-gravity upside down on walls and shit.
Yeah.
Doing crazy stuff.
It's basically a combination of Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 7, which is on the DS.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I will be checking these Wii games out as they come out, definitely. And
then you have
Mario
then you have
Party whenever
then you
that.
have the HD remake of Zelda Wind Waker, which is a classic.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
played
but
that.
I want a new Zelda game. You know what
I
I'm
want a
saying?
new Castlevania game.
I want a new Metroid
They
game.
tried that. It's called Lord of Shadows. It was a piece of
Shit.
shit.
I want a new Metroid game.
You know, have you guys heard of that game Fairy on?
Fairy?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation. You could download it, and it's called Fairy World or something like that, where you're a little fairy, and you go.
Yeah,
It's kind of
Little Red Riding Hood.
it's very old school. Just very simple, where you get these challenges, and then you have to go like you have to find a book, and you have to go around the village asking questions, and you have to find the book, and then you go back to where you were, and you're a little fairy, and you go on all these quests. But the only thing that
I might download that one night and have a few brewskis by my side.
the only thing that pisses me off with it is there's no sound, so the instructions you have to read it on the TV. Now, if I'm sitting on my bed and the instructions come up on the TV, I can't see it, so I'm jumping out of bed and I'm like this, looking at the TV screen. So, and by the time I get up there, the words disappear, so I have to backtrack. So. I mean, so I'm hoping that game comes back out, but it actually has sound.
Now,
I've never heard of it.
Because it's
one
just
thing
very
one
old
thing
school.
I forgot to mention to Mike was, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, they have gone ahead and renamed the new Final Fantasy Versus to Final Fantasy 15. So the next installment in the series is coming.
Final Fantasy 15, even though we're still missed out in fucking 4 of them, but we'll not get into that. No, but getting back to what I was saying, I want a decent Castlevania game. There hasn't been a decent Castlevania game since Castlevania 4 on the SNES. The rest of them have been piss.
You know what would be awesome is if they released. I don't know if you guys remember this at all, but there was this arcade game called Phoenix. Do you guys remember that at all? It was.
Not by the name.
It was called Phoenix, and basically it was kind of like a Gigalagia type of game where you're like shooting all the there's all these
You mean
like
Galaga?
well yeah Galaga whatever but it's kind of like that, but there's this big huge planet, and in the center of the planet there was a phoenix bird, and what you had to do is you had to get to the phoenix bird and release the phoenix, and then if you did, the whole screen blew up, you know.
Oh, okay.
And
no, I never played that one.
That was my favorite game of all time, and I'm waiting for them to release that. They actually have it. There's this place in Old Saybrook. Old Saybrook is a town that's about 15-20 minutes from me.
Yeah.
There's this place in there where you can go in there and buy old cabinet video games.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
And they actually have, every now and then I go online to see if they still have it. It costs what the hell did it cost? It's a lot of money. It's something like $700 or $800.
Oh,
It's a lot of money, but they actually showed the pictures and everything, and it's like old school, you know, like the old cabinet, you know, old
you
cabinet.
probably download the emulator for free and play it on your computer.
Yeah, no, I haven't been able to find it. You know,
I'll look. I'll take a look.
It's called
It's
Phoenix.
called Phoenix, or
Yeah, it's called
Phoenix, or just
yeah,
Phoenix?
it's called Phoenix.
All right, I'll take a look.
That game was my favorite game. I used to spend hours in Kmart playing that thing.
Yeah, I bet you can find it in 20 minutes.
Shit. Yeah, I don't have my. I don't have,
You might.
And you know what I
but
wish?
I don't have my regular internet, so I can't search online right now.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And
Fuck
the
that.
big news out of the Nintendo press conference, of course, was that in the new Super Smash Brothers, there will be one for the Wii U and one for the 3DS. But the big news was that, much like Sonic being in Brawl, Mega Man is coming to Smash Brothers.
Mega Man, yes.
I never get
Oh.
into Smash Bros. Franchise. You know, Street Fighter meets every Nintendo character under the sun. No, I would never.
I actually have I have one of those old school classic Nintendo things, and Street Fighter was on there. I just can't get into it. I'm probably one of the only people that never got into Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know
What
my
is this?
kids like playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But then
That
they
was really a
get
Mortal
then they get
Kombat
pissed
game.
off at each other and they fight in real life, you know? It's like shit.
Yeah. Take it out on the screen, guys and girls. On the
Yes.
screen. He's a big Japanese guy with a fast hand.
So what's your favorite video games?
Ooh, there we go. There's a question.
Na-
I
name
would have to
And
name
newer stuff,
name
the newer stuff I like,
name your top 5.
Top. Ooh. Well, I'll need to think about this one, so go to somebody else first.
You know, ones I look forward to playing now, the newer games, I have a list. Jesus Christ.
You know what? And I think
All over?
before we move on to that, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't recommend The Last of Us, which is coming out Friday. I'm hearing that son of a bitch is getting rave reviews. Like, some people are saying it's the best game ever made.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a boast, the Queen.
I enjoy playing games like now when I do like Grand Theft Auto. That might be a little cliche, but I love driving in the car, running over people and shit, and just shooting people and shit. I do play the whole story and beat them. And they're not easy games to beat either. Grand Theft Auto. Some people just get it for multiplayer, but I like it. I like the open world and shit, so I do like Grand Theft Auto. I love Fable. Fable's the only selling.
Oh, I got Fable. I just got it like 3 months ago. I haven't even opened it up yet.
Oh.
Fable's the only selling point that I could say I would actually get the Xbox One eventually, because I love Fable. You know, and because I love how you can go on an adventure with your friends, and it's not too hard of a game. It's just fun.
Yeah.
BioShock, which can be a pain in the ass, I like too. The more recent games.
Did you play BioShock Infinite yet?
No, that one I did not. You know.
That game deals with racial issues, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that one I didn't play yet, but the other two I did. God, I'm a Resident Evil fan, but my favorite one still Resident Evil 4. That was for the Nintendo GameCube. Love that. And I look forward to like Super Mario Party because I can play that with my kids, and there's all kinds of mini games, and you got Super Mario Kart. I love those kinds of games. I want a really good new Zelda game.
Yeah.
Because Zelda's like, if I got to go back to my classics, other than like the Final Fantasies and depth role-playing games, I love the old Zeldas. Not the second Zelda, but Zelda 1, then the third Zelda, A Link to the Past, that was for the Super Nintendo, I love. And all the Mario games are a gimme. So anytime a Mario game comes out, I gotta support Nintendo.
You need to stop watching our pal, the old AGN, Mike. What's up with the Adventures of Link? Come on.
So that's what I mean. So I can go on and on because there's a lot of games. Especially when I was younger, playing like old Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Then you got the Ninja Turtles games. I mean, shit.
Oh, Turtles in Time.
Then you got the Super Star Wars games. You got the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I mean, God, man. And I still love playing these. I still play them daily. The classics, and I'm caught up. So I got the new. I mean, I got my Wii U. They don't have too many games out, but I play their shit. I'm looking forward to the new game systems, but I can't get both of them right away. I mean, you're talking that'd be like $1,000 right there.
Yeah.
My thing is, which one am I going to get first? Probably the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
I will get that. But I don't want to go on and on. You guys can say what's your top 5. So I went like...
Yeah. Yeah, Matt.
25, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, in there.
Let's go right down the line. What are your top 5, Matt?
Oh, geez. Where do I begin? There's so many games that I like. I would say right off the bat, and some people might not know what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people like Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But
Chrono Trigger.
But I never played Chrono Trigger. What I actually played was the sequel called Chrono Cross for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
The first one. And I can't even describe the plot because it's so off the wall. But basically, if anybody ever tells you that games are not art, you just tell them to play that game. That game has the most brilliant soundtrack of any game I've ever heard. One of the most brilliant casts of characters. They all got their backstory, their reason to care. And when someone dies in that game, you feel for them because there's build up. There's plot and there's build up and there's twists and turns. You actually get to play as the bad guy halfway through the game, which is
Lunar. If you ever play Lunar, that's another one. And you guys ever play Lunar? I like that game so much. I named 2 of my kids. I named my son Galleon after the evil bad guy in it, and Luna as my daughter. I named her because that was the princess in it. Lunar, it's called. Love that game. Epic role-playing game like Chrono Cross and it has the beautiful graphics, the really good storyline. I really got sucked into it too. Yeah. Sorry, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Then of course, like Mike said, the storylines in games. People need to quit saying the video games aren't art because they really can be. They're just like movies, man. It's a more profitable industry these days than movies. So, but yeah, getting back on the topic, I love that game. I love the characters. The soundtrack. If any of you guys want to hear some good music, just hop in the soundtrack to Chrono Cross. Other games, Super Mario 64, one of the first Mario game on the N64 I ever played. Christmas morning '96. I can remember opening up my first Nintendo 64. And from that time,
Did you ever see that YouTube video with them kids that opened up their Nintendo 64?
Nintendo 64!
Oh, you gotta look that up if you never saw it. These kids get overly excited on Christmas morning when they get their Nintendo 64.
I remember when we got our Nintendo.
It's like one of the best. It's so funny.
No, but I mean, like,
and then
for me,
ColecoVision.
for me, you know,
ColecoVision. Oh.
I love
For
my
me, I mean-
ColecoVision.
Oh.
for me, I mean, Mike might know this, but I kind of live like a sheltered life. So when I grew up, I was completely unaware there was a Super Nintendo. And so, like, just as the Nintendo 64 was coming out. So up until that time, I had only played, Mario Brothers on the original NES, and not many other games. Maybe Mega Man, maybe Mike Tyson's Punch Out. But other than that, we didn't really have like a wide selection of well-known games. But when the Nintendo 64 came out, that was the first time that I'd ever seen that there was anything beyond, 8-bit. So when I saw that, my jaw dropped. I'm like, I've got to get this system. I've just got to put my parents through the ring. I've got to do whatever I have to do to get my hands on this. But, it was so expensive. Like, I could just imagine it was way too expensive. So when Christmas came and I actually did get that,
Oh.
it blew me up. And then when we plugged it in, and the first thing I heard was, "It's a me, Mario." When you first turn on Super Mario 64, that's the first thing here.
It is.
That first moment, hearing Mario speak words for the first time,
Yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever heard him talk.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know there was a cartoon series at the time. I was like 6 years old, but I never heard him talk. So when I saw that head, hello, it blew me away. It was a whole other world. But yeah, that Chrono Cross, I could go on and on too.
Yeah, you could, bro.
Yeah.
Each one of your picks is like a 10-minute story.
Yeah.
I don't really have a top 5. I could.
I know, it's hard.
Yeah.
Even for me, it's hard.
Yeah.
What about, all right, go ahead, Graham.
But go on with that. I'll just.
As you guys say, it's hard to narrow it down to a top 5, so I'll just go by franchise here. Throughout the various systems, feel like the late 70s to present day, you had the Mario Brothers franchise in its various formats, Resident Evil, Mega Man. The one exception to the rule for me was Donkey Kong Country on the SNES.
Mm-hmm.
I played that game to blisters in my thumbs.
Oh.
Yeah.
When do you see the new one, bro? It looks just like it.
Now, is that going to be on? Is that going to be on PlayStation or just Xbox?
The Wii U.
We're talking about Donkey Kong.
It's a Nintendo owns stuff.
The day Donkey Kong appears on a PlayStation 3 is the day they're not there's a woman.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Nintendo would have to be out of business. Yeah.
Yeah, so what else? In the Mortal Kombat franchise, I wasn't a big fighting game fan, but I tended to steer towards that if I ever done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat franchise. And just the odd sports game here or there if it was half decent. They got a bit repetitive after a while because all they kept doing was basically updating the player rosters every year. So I drifted away from them eventually.
That's another thing I forget. I always make sure I buy the new WWE FE game every year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ever since, man, remember No Mercy? For the Nintendo 64?
Nintendo 64.
Oh, man, that was like one of my favorites, man, back then. Now it's like, what the hell is this mess when you play? You're like, what the fuck?
That pile of shit, yeah.
I know, right? But it was fun, man. But yeah, every year, Thanksgiving time, the new wrestling game comes out. I always make sure I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm not watching wrestling as much, that, sometimes I go a year I don't watch, you know what I mean? But I always make sure I get the game.
And we still don't know diddly dick about this new
I know.
foundation.
Now, the new wrestling game coming out this year is going to be under a different company. THQ isn't going to be a part of it.
Thank God.
First
'Cause
time
I felt like they finally got their shit together last year,
Yeah.
But the past 2 games were pretty much shit.
Well, look on my TV right now. My kids are playing it right now. WWE 13. It's always on my TV, dude. They're always creating their own people, making their own rings. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
The downloadable content this year sucked because the company sold out in the middle of the year, so they stopped giving any more. Well, I'm sure we would have had a Fandango by now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
that's what we
You're
missed
Ben
out.
this year's.
dude.
So-
I would have loved to have his entrance because I would have made Graham's entrance that.
Ah,
So
you made fun of that.
so like my video. Are you done, Graham?
Yeah, why then?
My videos would be. I love Soul Calibur.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's like probably my favorite. And then after that would be the Mortal Kombat series.
Yep.
And then
Scorpion rules.
yeah, and then after that it would be you know, kind of very old school where it would be, you know, Donkey Kong, Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, I never was into Mario. I'm probably one of the only people that was never really into it. But you know, if I had a choice between Sonic and Mario, it would be Sonic.
There you go.
And then I also loved this video game called Baldur's Gate.
I've heard of that.
You know, I had it on my you know, GameCube. It was called Baldur's Gate, and yeah, it was a really cool role-playing game where you could either choose one out of 3 characters, where you were either like a monster, a guy, or a girl. So I picked a girl, and then you could choose, did you want to be a warrior, or did you want to be like a mage or something like that?
Okay.
You know, and you
What's
just
about- yeah,
and
okay.
you just basically go on all these quests throughout this village. It was
Okay.
very, very old school role playing game. And then you know, like, of course I already mentioned you know, Phoenix. I love that game. And then I was a big time, and still am, I love Space Invaders. There's just something about I was so disappointed with Space Invaders 2000 because I thought I was going to be able to play the original, but it gets all like weird and complicated. You only get to play the original for like 10 seconds, and then it gets all funky with all this weird music. I wish they would just release it the way it was. You know, who cares about?
Very seldom happens that way.
You know, and because
well, I'm sure they got, you know, an emulated version in the various collections of games they've released over the years.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sometimes there's like
if you got-
like Atari's greatest hits, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And you can get like standalone game consoles that just plug into your USB port. But it would be nice if they had it for like PlayStation 3. I only have one game system, and that's the PlayStation 3. You know, I'm not planning on getting another one unless this one breaks. You know, because I'm not really a big time gamer. I mean, I'll play like a video game. I'll get in a mood where I'm playing video games for like 4 or 5 days, and then I'll stop and won't play for like another like month. You know, you know. But
And now on the opposite side of the spectrum, what are our worst games of all time?
Oh God.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I gotta get this shit off my hands.
That's a roundabout way of saying, fuck that, I'm not going first.
oh wow.
There was a game out for the SNES, Matt. I don't know, like you say, you were oblivious to the Super Nintendo when you were growing up. There was a game out for the Super Nintendo called Family Dog, where you were basically this dog of the family, and you were avoiding all this shit in the house for like killing you. And you were basically chasing this tennis ball through various stages of the house.
Oh my
And,
god.
oh my god, it was bad. You ever get a chance, look it up. Family Dog. Oh, actually wasted hours playing the fucking thing.
Oh, that's funny.
I know this again is not really a well-known game, but I have to say, in terms of recent games, like I remember one year for Christmas, I think it was the year before last, somebody bought me the game Snoopy versus the Red Baron. Which you think, oh, it's okay. It's a Charlie
Snoopy.
Brown game.
Okay.
It features Snoopy fighting the Red Baron. You know, this is kind of cool. But it's
Woodstock
shit.
in it.
It's shit. It has like it takes you up in the airplane, like the doghouse airplane, right? And it's supposed to be like an Unreal shooter, but it's so slow.
Yeah.
Like it's snail pace slow, like you're just gliding through the air and you can barely even see the enemies in front of you, and you can barely even control the thing. I could barely even get out of the tutorial of like I kid you not, dude. It was like Superman 64 flying through the ring. That's how bad it was. It sucked.
Can I just throw in an honourable mention for the worst game of all time? Not from my point of view, but it's been clinically proven to be the worst game of all time, and that's E.T. on the Atari.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a definite. But, you know, I know we could probably bash a lot.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting another call. I gotta put you on hold, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, we could bash probably a lot of like ColecoVision, Atari games. But I mean, for what they were back then, some of them were good. But E.T. effing horrible.
Nothing could beat Pong.
Right. Pong could be fun, and even now I had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not too bad. Now the girl screaming, that sound effect your ears could actually bleed from it. It's so curdling. But but anything newer, I can't really put down. Yeah, that was for the Atari, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But anything more past 20 years, mainly, dude. Anything from the Nintendo 64 sucked, man. A lot of their libraries sucked because they were trying different things with 3D. They did like a 3D Mega Man.
GoldenEye was possible.
No, GoldenEye was great. I did like the Zelda game.
Yeah.
Mario 64 was all right. But like, when it came to like they made
Mario Kart 64 was possible.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But I'm saying like when they tried a Castlevania, that sucked ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And you know, and you're all excited like, Castlevania, and it like.
They had the audacity to release two.
I'm back. What I missed?
Yes.
Oh, they're just talking about Nintendo 64.
Superman 64 sucked ass. The Batman, whatever the hell, sucked ass. The Star Wars game, I wanted to love it, Shadows of the Empire, but man, if you go back and look at these graphics on a Nintendo 64, they're so blocky and shitty. But I used to play this shit.
It didn't matter at the time because the gameplay was so good.
Yeah, but I know not all the time. Yeah, but sometimes when you look at the Super Nintendo, I know it was side scrollers, but the colors were more solid.
Yeah.
So I'll still play Super Nintendo games, but Nintendo 64, if I go back and play one, sometimes you're like, what the hell was I playing? Like I said, like No Mercy, WWF No Mercy. I used to play.
You probably count on no more than 10 to 15 titles you go back and play in the N64.
Yeah, I say out of any system, that was. But it did have some awesome games, like I said, like the Zelda games and such. The Mario Party games, the Mario Kart.
And you know what? One thing I forgot to mention: Star Fox 64. I love Star Fox.
I preferred that on the SNES, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really have like one that I didn't like.
You do that, Star Fox.
I really didn't have one that I didn't like. You know, because I've never really. I mean, I go in spurts where all of a sudden I just want to play video games. So yeah, but I have the funniest video game that I've ever played was Ren and Stimpy.
Oh God!
Oh, which one? Which one? There were like 3.
I forget what one it was, but all I remember is you would be running around, and every now and then you would find a canister of air, and you would suck the air, and then they would fly, and the only way to move around is by farting. So yeah, you'd be running Stimpy, and you'd be all like bloated up, and you'd be like going over mountains and stuff, and you'd be like.
It sounds like it might be the one for the SNES.
Did anybody ever play Booger Man?
What was it?
Booger Man.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
He'd be farting and
Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure.
Yeah, it's like, what were they thinking back then? Making like Ren and Stimpy,
Yeah.
and they did Wayne's World.
I've just thought another one that was absolutely god awful. Rise of the Robots on the SNES.
Uh,
It was essentially a fighting game, but you were robots.
yeah.
And I think there was only like 5 levels.
Did you ever play 3D balls?
Oh yeah.
That's when they're experimenting with 3D, and it's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, forget that shit. But yeah, I played a lot of clunkers. But you know what? I played a lot of good games too, so it kind of evens it out, you know.
What about plumbers don't wear ties?
Plumbers don't wear ties. Now that's for the 3DO. If any of you got, now that's a game system a lot of people didn't have.
I've never even heard of that.
It's called that I had. Even growing up, I made sure I had every game system because I was spoiled like that. I'm sorry, but I had the 3DO, and Plumbers Don't Wear Ties was the only game I couldn't buy because it was for like adults only.
Yeah.
It was like an adult, title. Well, a kid could, but your parent could buy. It wasn't pornography though. It was really stupid. You'd actually have to.
It was almost pornography, but it was really, really bad.
It was almost rape in it, but not. It was so goddamn cheesy. If you look at what it is on the on YouTube, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't even imagine.
The Angry Video Game Nerd did a special on it, but
Yeah.
But there was one scene where one of the actors actually flubbed it up his line, so you think it's a blooper, but they leave it in.
Yeah, I know. It was a horrible. It was like one of them live action where there's real people in it, kind of like pictures of people. Dude, if you guys get a chance, check that out. It's really, really goofy. You know, I don't know how else to explain it. It's really shitty. But 3DO was a cool game company, but it didn't last. Not a lot of people bought it.
And you know what else was shitty? The digital pictures games for the Sega CD, I think it was.
Oh god. Don't get me started on the Sega CD.
Sega!
Yeah, I mean, I'll say the saving grace for the Sega CD was probably the Sonic the Hedgehog's
Yeah, the launch
CD
title. That's fucking it.
was an awesome, probably my favorite Sonic game. Well, actually, I downloaded it because you could download it for, I think, PlayStation and the Xbox.
Yeah.
So I downloaded that like a couple months ago.
I ended up getting the CD. It was like all the Sonic, the whole like line, all in one CD, and it only cost. It was on sale for $20. I ended up loaning it to my nephew, and I've never seen it again.
Oh, bring back the Tails and Knuckles, man.
So one of these days I'm gonna download it onto the PlayStation. So
that's my favorite Sonic.
because I love playing Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Sonic 3 was the original trilogy. Sonic 3 was my favourite.
Yeah.
Knuckles came in there. Yeah.
But all together, you know what? If you want to talk about things that suck, I'd say the Sega CD altogether sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. But Sonic CD was, still is a great game, a Sonic game. If not,
Sonic is just so cool. You have so much fun with him.
Oh yeah.
I know. I do think that the recent 2 Sonic games were good. Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors were very good. Liked it a lot more than Sonic 06 for the Xbox 360. That was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and many people regarded it as one of the worst games ever made. Because you had Sonic freaking falling in love with a human and committing bestiality. If you could believe it.
Yeah.
Hang on, whoa, back up. What was that? What game? Why did they download that?
Sonic 06, the one that was released in 2006 for the Xbox 360.
Right.
It had a human princess falling in love and kissing Sonic.
Well,
Tom?
Something's going to be said.
You're like,
Not only that, but Sonic dies in it.
Aww. How can they kill Sonic?
I don't like it. You know what? I don't like any of the Sonic games that make. I like the old ones, side-scrolling ones.
Yeah.
Just the old-fashioned ones.
And I love Mario too, but I like the side-scrolling ones over the 3D ones.
Mario Bros.
But
2.
I'm saying though, the recent Sonic games have been good.
I also
like,
like Sonic Pinball.
Like
A lot of the titles with Sonic and Mario, they pair them up as well with like Olympic games or Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
You know.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and then they had the London Olympics.
Winter Olympics, they just add it, they do it every year, you know. Yeah, I've got a question. I know where Wario come from. Where the fuck did they dig up Waluigi?
He first appeared in Mario Tennis for the N64.
Shit. Right, okay. It looks like a cross between Luigi and the child catcher out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Telling you.
And the purple diamond and strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to do this, guys, but it's almost 11, and I'm gonna have to get going to bed soon.
Tomorrow, Caroline.
Almost 2 hours. You gonna upload this?
It's probably gonna take all night to upload. I'm not gonna do anything to it. I'm just gonna upload the damn thing, but I'm probably gonna have to keep the computer on all night.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well,
You know-
there was gonna make it.
I don't know what you're gonna title it, but
Well, I was gonna call it Hump Day Podcast,
yeah,
talking crap.
yeah. That's what I end up doing, shooting the crap. That's
Yeah.
all.
Shooting the bull.
Just shooting the bowl, shitty.
Yeah. But I had fun. I'm glad you
Yeah,
guys
I know.
joined me.
We want
Yeah.
the space balls too, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any closing comments, shout outs?
It
Remarks?
was fun.
Yes.
I enjoyed it a lot. So
I hope you guys enjoyed the Skype format. I hope it comes
yeah.
out. This is the first time doing it, with more than 2 people.
Yeah. Well, it turned out good when we did it alone, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Stay off drugs, guys.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad, especially crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
agree with that, Mike. It's been good to be here, Caroline. I've got 2 hours before I have my conflicts. Have a good day, people.
you too. And animals rule.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm just gonna end the recording. So good night, everyone.
All righty, people.
good night.